Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're on the air with Harry Yak Live. We might as well get going. It's Oh Mummy, that Amstrad CPC classic, one of my favourite games for the Amstrad CPC. I played this quite a lot as a kid. It was one of the Amstrad 12-pack that I got with my Amstrad CPC. And indeed, the point of this game is to avoid the mummies, as is hinted in the title. But a secondary idea here is to get out of the blasted tomb or whatever the heck this is. And once you've got out of 5, I think it is, 5 areas, you move on to the next level. Well, if you've ever played Pac-Man, it's kind of the reverse of that. Whereas in that you've got to clear the whole area of the whatever the heck they are, those pill thingies. I always call them power pills, although I know they're not called that. Those are the special things you pick up to eat the ghosts, aren't they? But anyway, in Oh Mummy, you must, as you have just seen there, encircle all of these different sarcophagi, are they? Oh, I don't know what the term is. You're this archaeologist type dude, and you roam around this tomb and leave your footprints all over the place. The mummies, well, they're not exactly stupid. They can sense where you are somehow, even though their eyes are covered in toilet paper. And look at the way they waddle around the maze. Quite slowly right now, but the further you get into the game, the quicker they go, I believe. It's been a while since I've got that far. Can I get out now? I think once you've got the key and that Tutankhamun type thingy-majig, you can get out, and indeed you can. I should introduce the fact that, yes, I'm playing this on an emulator. Ooh, yes. Slightly iffy copyright grounds were on here, but don't worry, this game was released as a free licensed ROM by 1985 Alternativo. Yeah, well, that's the thing with mummies, isn't it? They walk around with their arms at the front like sleepwalkers, as if they don't know where they're going, trying to feel the way around, as if they might throttle you when they come up to you like that bloke in Home Alone, the game for the NES. Ah, yes. Can I get out now? Can I get out? Oh, go away, mummy. Don't worry, my mother didn't just walk into the room there. It gets more tricky the farther you get into this. There are more mummies. You can take them off the map. I've forgotten how. You've got to collect something. And I'm not brave enough to do that right now, so let's just get out of this tomb or whatever it is and say we are successful. Onto the purple tomb now. There's a few tactics you can use here. The one I'm doing here is just encircle each individual, whatever they are, box. No, get out of the way. It's not a very clever tactic, but it's one that I'm using because I'm a wuss and I'm being conservative. Excuse me. The alternative is to, I'm going to try and do it now actually. Just clear the horizontal lines and then the vertical ones. There you go. That cleared a few, but there's too many mummies and they're moving too fast for me to do it. We're almost done. Just only a few more tombs to uncover. Now you can see that little glitch that's going on there just below me. Look at those two mummies. I don't know what they're doing. They are entwined in some manner. Right, now we can get out and escape those scary mummies. Yay! 920 points. On to the next area. This is quite easy, this game. As I said, it was on the Amstrad 12-pack, which also included rolling on the ropes, and I sometimes wondered why they didn't make this a rolling game as well. Gem Software produced it, although Amsoft published it. Alan Michael Sugar Software. You might have heard of that blog if you've ever seen The Apprentice UK. He's the bloke who goes, "You're fired!" Oh, crumbs! I wasn't paying attention there. The story of my life. Oh no! I can't get out yet. I've missed one thingy. Oh no! Hurry yak, you suck. Did I lose a man there? I don't know. but we've moved on to level 3. I've been given an extra man to aid with the archaeological dig. Well, there's no digging going on here, just a lot of walking around tombs. Yeah, the lag isn't too bad with this game. With Amstrad, or Amstrad emulated games, you can't tell the difference, can you? Ha! One mummy in this blasted maze thingy, and I nearly got hit by it. Get out before that mummy escapes. Aha! Oh, although he's here, last, he still managed to get out of his tomb that he was encapsulated in. No! Stuck on a wall! I was going to say story of my life, but that's becoming something of a catchphrase, isn't it? Backwatchers. Sayonara. The tune here is that classical something to do with Cairo, according to Wikipedia is the name. I don't know. We always used to call it Girls in France Do the Belly Button Dance or whatever the heck it was called. I wish CPC Gamer were here. He'd probably pipe up with a very witty comment, as he always does. Go and subscribe to his channel if you feel inclined. He deals with all sorts of Amstrad CPC games, and he has done a Let's Play of this. Oh Mummy, it's miles better than any of the videos I've done. I've not done a video on Oh Mummy yet, although it did feature in one of them. I think it was my sub-special from last year. Not the 250,000 sub-special. Incidentally, I lost 240,000 of them. Please come back! But... that video in which I included the destroyed toilet at the end. I had a new toilet fitted, the old one was green. We had a new bathroom fitted. I'm not going to tell you where I got the money for that. Oh, slow down again. Oh, nearly got eaten by the mummy. What does a mummy do when it bumps into you? Does it eat you? Does it devour your flesh? Oh no! Does it place a tomb on you? Oh! Does it place a curse on you, I should say? I think I lost 2 lives there. No invincibility state in this game. There is one in the Genesis version. No, no! Oh, got stuck. Oh dear, this is going horribly wrong! Oh dear. We've got to concentrate and make it to the end of this. And get our lives back. I know I can do it. I've done it hundreds of times as a kid. Oh, and there was only one mummy in this area. I've consumed them all, so I can just sit here, break out the cigar, just walk around for a bit. Because the mummies don't come back, unless I uncover one from their tomb, which I probably will do. In fact, here's a good chance to show you what you can do. There's one tactic. Do the horizontal lines first. Here we go. And then clear the vertical ones second. There you go, that's 1, 2. And this way you can avoid the mummy coming out. There, see, he's only just come out. Ha! Down to 1 life, no, this could be the end of our intrepid explorer. The Yak-Explorer. Right, concentrate, concentrate. Can't afford any more mistakes! Oh. I will blame the controller on that, it's quite stiff. That's one point, incidentally. I'm playing this with a controller. It's a lot easier with the controller. I always used to play it with the control stick, the joystick I should say. And that was a lot more difficult because my joysticks always sucked. Ah, something interesting. I was going through my wardrobe last week and I uncovered some of my old joysticks. I wonder what happened to them. Ah, I may do a video on that. Stuart Ashen has done one, which renders anything I do pointless. But nevertheless, I might do it for the heck of it. Oh no, another mummy! No! Harry Yak has died. Very uncommon sight. Game over. Ah, we've made it onto the leaderboard! Harry! Look at all these other blokes who've made it onto the leaderboard. Mr. Stupendous and Miss Very Good. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing here. Why am I bothering putting my real name in? I never do. Harry. Harry the Intrepid Explorer. Mr. Q Good, I have beaten you. Let's have another game. After I've died this time, I may possibly show you the next one. Ah, we have the scroll there. You need one of the scrolls to exit. Although I tried to exit like an idiot there. See there, I can exit. You can exit without uncovering all the tombs. And that way you can avoid uncovering more mummies, and I should do that more often. Although you sacrifice points for that. Ah, you got points for that! As Dara O'Brien would say, QI reference. Oh, I shouldn't do references. And that's another good point of doing the one tomb at a time. Oh, I've just uncovered the blasted mummy for the area. Where are they all coming from, these mummies? I don't know if this is the Tutankhamun tomb, as we had in Roland. Ah, I can escape now! Get out of there! As fast as your legs will carry you. No, there's another scroll to get. Actually, it's not the scroll you get, is it? It's that thing, I think. Yes, indeed it is. I have in front of me here my original Amstrad CPC case insert for Old Mummy. I'm going to read that for you in a bit. Or possibly. Or probably not, because there's hardly anything on it. But there's a picture on the front of a bloke with a very large nose and some woman. They're being chased by two mummies who actually just look like they stood still, but still the two intrepid explorers, they seem rather unsettled by the whole experience. Yes, the mummy is not happy that the two dudes, or bloke and a woman, are uncovering the treasure of Tutankhamun, or whatever it is. I'll say it's Tutankhamun for a bit of continuation from Roland. Roland. Can I get out? No. Don't worry. The mummies are still quite easy to avoid at this stage. I'm going to stop whispering, because it makes it sound like Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. And the mummies. Were there any mummies in Indiana Jones? I'm not a big film buff, so I won't be able to tell you. Someone will come along and say that, no doubt. Correct me, as is usually the case. Yes. Harry Yak correcting, or not collecting. Harry Yak is not a collectible in a game. Harry Yak correcting is not only a hobby, but an international sport and a professional body. Very simplistic game, this. People do compare it to Pac-Man. It's nothing like Pac-Man, really, in some senses, because when I first played it, the first thing I thought of was not Pac-Man, because I think I played it before Pac-Man. I had the Amstrad CPC before I played any game on the Atari 2600, which, as I've said in a previous video, was the first time that I played a Pac-Man game. I would share my experience of playing Pac-Man for the first time, but I've already done that. And again, repetition. Get out of there! Yes. Hold on a sec. Gem Software, 1984. Oh, right. I thought for a minute there that this game was released in 83, but which would have made it 30 years old, much like Harrier Attack, but 84, so it's 29. If my maths serves me well, my GCSE maths. I'm not going to tell you what I got, not because it's embarrassing, because I'm a big fat swat. And you might tie a knot in my blasted tie. Mummies in this game are yellow. It's probably because the toilet roll that they're using to cover themselves has gone old. Now apparently there's a great long blimmin' essay at the beginning of this game that tells you all the vagaries of it, the instructions and such. I'm going to look out for that in a minute and see if we can find out exactly how many levels there are in this, or if it just continues forever. In true video game fashion, 80s video game fashion. And I'm not going to sing the blasted tune again, even though I'm massively tempted. Whoa, how many mummies do we have now? 2, 4, 6, I believe, if I can count correctly. And my A-level maths has not failed me. No, I don't have an A-level in maths either. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be doing something other than streaming video games right now. Like playing calculator games or something, possibly. Were there any calculator games? Were they a bit like the Game & Watch games? No! Hit for the first time in this game! Ah! Usually it's a slippery slope from here, no! Just get out of there, boy. No more messing about. Don't want to get hit yet again. My goodness. Yes, we're up to the 3rd level again. We're going to beat it. Can those mummies get stuck in the door? I didn't lose any lives there. My 6th life came into play. I always used to think that bloke looked a little bit like Mario. No, don't slow down. He's not. Oh dear. Although he does have dungarees of some sort, and if you changed his colour palette up, he would look a bit like Mario. Super Mario. I don't know if it's Mario or Mario. It doesn't matter, does it? Yes, they've taken... Aha, there we go. They've taken some special juice to make them go faster. And I believe now we've surpassed the score of my first game of this. Aha! Hariyak is getting better at this. And I don't usually speak of myself in... Is that the 3rd person or the 1st person? Ah! Forgive me, no! Oh dear. I'm concentrating on the game, as is usual. These are the harder levels, after all. I believe once you collect one of the scrolls, you can take out one of the mummies on the map, but I haven't been brave enough to do that yet. And I apologise if I've already mentioned that. I apologise if I repeat anything here. Oh no! Oh, I'm stuck at the... See, it gets very difficult. Oh, I forgot what I was talking about there. But I'll remember in just a minute, because I had a bit of a story to tell you. Story time with Hariyak. Jack and Ori. Never mind, we'll just concentrate on getting out of the maze. Keep calling it a maze, it's not a maze. Oh no! Boop, 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 boop is the noise that it makes when you bump into the mummy. But clearing the mummies from the map is something that if you're a competent player of the game, you should be doing, because look at this, it's suddenly drops off a cliff this game and got rather hard. Well, I'm not sure what my high score ever was. On some games, I actually used to write my high scores in the manual. Some manuals actually had areas for high scores, as you well know. You're not idiots, are you? But I never used to write on any of my inserts for the Amstrad CPC. The evidence for that is in the fact that, well, I've still got them all, and I've not written on any of them. An interesting story on that. Someone I was talking to bought a copy of Dragon for the Mega Drive last week from a local shop. It came with the manual, and on the front of the manual, a child had written Doctor's Book. Now, they'd written nothing else. I don't know if that was supposed to be their medical records. The Bruce Lee information is their medical records. I found rather curious. There again, I find most things rather curious. Mostly because my vocabulary doesn't extend to many more words to describe such things. But one day I will probably do a video on interesting things I've found written in manuals and inserts that I have acquired in the course of my game collecting career, such as it is. Not really a game collector. No! No, no, no! In the true sense of the word. We're not going to beat our last score, are we? Or am I? I say we. There's only me playing this. I don't have remote assistance turned on. I'm not being aided by the world champion video games player here, or indeed one of those Indian scam companies that try and steal your credit card details off you via remote access to your computer. Sorry about that, I was squeezing one out. Oh, that was too lowbrow for this channel. Get out of the maze. Oh dear, you can tell I'm running out of things to say. Oh dear, I'm creasing up as well. Corpsing. Number one rule of live streaming is, well, it's do not sing, isn't it? But don't make rude jokes. You know when you've had too much coffee and your brain is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you record something under the influence of caffeine, and it feels like it's going at normal speed, but you listen back to it and you're like this, well, not speaking gibberish, except in my case I usually am. Needless to say, I'm drinking water now, not Diet Pepsi. I'd be speaking too quick for you to understand me otherwise, although I do keep fluffing my lines. Usually that stuff is edited out in my proper videos. Crumbs! I've pushed Fool off the leaderboard. Well done, Egypt. Yes, I'm gonna call this person Egypt. Okay. Slow down. Right. That's the final scores for Old Mummy Classic.